Hello, I'm Colin Gallagher, CEO at Onward and Upward, and you're listening to the Association 100 podcast, where each week we interview association leaders from across the country to hear how they're trying new things, taking big risks, and delivering value for their members. We'll explore the realities of what it means to work in and with associations and bring you the insights and inspiration you need to advance your career and make big changes at your association. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to the final episode of the A100 podcast for 2024. I'm your host, Colin Gallagher, and as we close out this incredible year, I just want to take a moment to thank you, our amazing listeners, for making this year our best year yet. Your support, your feedback, your engagement, it all inspires us to keep bringing you the insights and the stories that matter most to associations. Today, we're re-airing one of my favorite moments from the year, our A100 CommImpact Awards ceremony. It's a celebration of the remarkable associations pushing boundaries and creating real impact through communications and engagement. If you missed it live on YouTube, now's your chance to catch up on all the inspiration and innovation. And while we're wrapping up 2024 with this celebratory episode, I'm thrilled to share that we've got something very special in store for the new year. Stay tuned for more details. It's going to be a game changer, and I can't wait to share it with you. Thank you again for being part of the A100 podcast community, and here's to an even bigger and better 2025. Let's dive into today's episode. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2024 A100 CommImpact Awards ceremony. I'm Colin Gallagher, President and CEO of Onward and Upward Marketing and Communications, and I'm here today with our Senior PR Strategist and founding partner, Megan Henning.
Hi, everybody. What an exciting day. As publishers of the Association 100, we always look forward to this moment where we get to shine a spotlight on association trailblazers for their communications and engagement. And today's lineup is nothing short of inspirational.
It really is. The creativity and impact showcased by all of our nominees are just incredible. And they truly set new standards of excellence this year. I thought we saw it all last year, went above and beyond this year. So let's dive into our first award, which is the Best Media Relations Campaign. And that goes to the American Association for Marriage and Family Therapy. AMFT has set a remarkable standard in media relations with its really strategic campaign that significantly elevated the association's profile. Their campaign success can really be attributed to a meticulously orchestrated effort to use expert voices to discuss prevalent mental health issues such as election anxiety, suicide, depression, and general anxiety too, things we hear about every day. This approach, it not only spread AMFT's reach, but it also firmly established it as a leading voice in the mental health community. AMFT's strategy involved identifying and leveraging a dedicated team of expert spokespeople within their membership. These were truly skilled professionals with a deep understanding and practical experience in mental health. These experts provided insights and commentary that resonated with both the media and the public, facilitating a broader discussion on mental health at a really crucial time when these conversations are needed most. And their efforts culminated in securing over 100 high-impact media placements in really prestigious outlets. Think Axios, the New York Times, the Washington Post, AARP, PBS, and numerous local broadcast hits in top markets across the country. Each of these pieces contributed to this broader narrative that emphasized the importance of mental health care and the critical role of family therapy in addressing mental health issues. And additionally, AMFT established a consistent presence with a monthly column on Psych Central, which allowed them to continuously engage with a wider audience by providing that expert advice and breaking down complex mental health topics into accessible information. AMFT not only raised awareness, but also influenced how mental health is discussed and treated in various media outlets, further affirming their status as thought leaders in the field.
That's just amazing. And as a comms person, don't you think it's so awesome to see an association make a journey like that? Like
Truly
just
is.
right up the hill. It's great. So now let's talk about the Outstanding Internal Communications Award. And this year, the Tennessee Concrete Association really stood out in innovative board communications. They are known affectionately as TCA, and they actively engaged and encouraged their members and their board to participate in this Be Pro, Be Proud Tennessee initiative, which is a mobile career exploration program showcasing technical professions to students through hands on learning opportunities like driving a concrete truck simulator, which I feel like sounds so fun and cool. And what a great way to learn. Their efforts included promoting tour stops through targeted emails, social media, and website updates to connect the TCA community with local students and inspire future professionals. And a natural extension of this work has been connecting board members directly with local schools by sponsoring initiatives like Skate for Concrete to further strengthen their connections. And this is just such a creative idea. I loved it.
It really is. And, what's funny, the timing of this, we just recently had Alan Sparkman, the executive director of TCA, on the A100 podcast, and he dove deep into these initiatives. And I would encourage anyone to go check that out that is facing workforce issues, because let's face it, that's pretty much every industry right now.
Us.
And it was so creative. The Skate for Concrete in particular, they're trying to get these high school kids interested in the trades. And what a fun way to do that, by having them create a mini skate park from concrete, and they get them kits, and they have the member company that sponsors bring it and meet the kids. So there's that connection for jobs down the line. It just truly, truly impressive, and a great way to involve your board and communicate directly with your board. So we love seeing those great internal communications efforts. Now let's celebrate the achievements of BSA, the Software Alliance. They are our winner for Effective Member Engagement Initiative, and it is for their Why AI campaign, which is a standout example of innovative engagement at a time when artificial intelligence is capturing public and policy interest. And let's face it, really everyone's interest. You can't have a conversation without mentioning AI. But by developing a central hub for clear, responsible information on AI, they highlighted through a series of thought leadership pieces anchored by industry leaders. BSA not only informed, but they deeply engaged their audience globally. And they did this on a really modest budget that they used on LinkedIn ads. They achieved nearly 150,000 impressions and 1,200 plus engagements, demonstrating a really strategic use of digital platforms to extend their reach. This campaign stood out because it brought together the extensive knowledge of BSA's members, turning company leaders into storytellers who shared personal insights on how AI affects our lives and the economy. Congrats to BSA for their outstanding campaign and for setting a really high bar in member engagement around advocacy and AI.
And I just really loved how they managed to turn a very small investment into a huge conversation starter. That is great news for all associations who might feel like they don't have a ton of budget. You can still do great things even on a smaller budget. So I loved that. So moving on to the innovative content strategy category, we have an incredible example of dedication and ingenuity from the American Society of Civil Engineers. Their strategy really set the gold standard in how associations can drive impact through content. They took on the ambitious challenge of engaging civil engineers globally with content that not only informs but inspires actions toward the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, known as SDGs. And their strategy involved curating and distributing over 2 million pages of peer reviewed research, which is no small feat. This extensive library offers invaluable insights into sustainable infrastructure development, highlighting innovative solutions to some of the world's most pressing challenges. And what makes their approach so effective is how they've structured their content distribution. They developed dedicated web pages that serve as hubs for specific SDGs related to civil engineer, like clean water, affordable and clean energy, and sustainable cities. And these pages provide targeted, easily accessible information that civil engineers can use in their projects and research. Their content strategy goes beyond mere information sharing. It's about building a community of informed, proactive engineers equipped to tackle sustainability challenges effectively. I think this one is so impressive.
Yeah, wow. Their work, it's truly a fantastic blueprint for others to follow. I mean, it's just really impressive. Next up, the Muscular Dystrophy Association is our winner for advocacy excellence. And their accessible air travel campaign focused its efforts on improving the air travel experience for individuals with disabilities. a challenge that had really long been overlooked. But by targeting the 2024 Federal Aviation Administration reauthorization, MDA sought to influence legislation to better protect the rights and safety of passengers who use wheelchairs and other mobility aids. What makes this campaign particularly impactful is their strategic use of visual storytelling to highlight the real and often difficult experiences of travelers with disabilities. They partnered with filmmakers to create these documentary style videos that vividly portrayed the challenges faced during air travel, such as navigating airplane aisles. I mean, you think about that's hard enough for an able bodied person, and then handling damaged mobility aids. These compelling narratives were shared widely across social platforms, helping to raise public awareness and drive empathy, which is something we could all use a lot of these days. So, plus their campaign, it didn't just raise awareness, it catalyzed action. By collaborating with influencers and leveraging media exposure, they effectively mobilized public support and advocacy. And their engagement helped to bring about concrete changes in the FAA Reauthorization Act, including mandates for better training for airline and airport personnel on assisting passengers with disabilities and requirements for more robust reporting and accountability for damaged mobility aids. Their successful advocacy, it showcases the power of combining heartfelt storytelling with strategic legislative engagement to enact really meaningful improvements in accessibility and safety for all travelers, and just all around a really impressive advocacy effort and initiative that got real results.
It's so impressive. Now we have the National Association for Law Placement, known as NALP, whose achievements have earned them the Thought Leadership and Research Award. Their jobs and JD's, employment and salaries of new law graduates class of 2023 report represents a monumental effort in thought leadership within the legal, education, and employment sectors. This 50th edition marks a significant milestone demonstrating NALP's longstanding commitment to providing detailed, actionable data on the legal employment market. What truly sets this year's report apart is its comprehensive analysis that includes an expanded focus on racial disparities in legal employment. NALP did a deep dive into the data, uncovering trends and insights that are crucial for understanding how different demographic groups are faring in the job market. By bringing these disparities to light, NALP is not only informing policy and educational strategies, but also really advocating for equity in legal employment. By maintaining a rigorous methodology and expanding their scope to address these critical issues, they have not only provided invaluable resources to the legal community, but they've also really positioned themselves as a leader in research and thought leadership. Their work encourages ongoing dialogue and development within the sector, fostering a more informed and equitable professional environment. And I just think that this is so amazing that they're able to, help provide a level playing field for all of the people within these legal communities.
I know I sound like a broken record, but again, so impressive. All of these campaigns, I was just blown away. I continue to be amazed by what all associations can do, but I'm especially proud of these small staff associations that just punch above their weight over and over again. It's really just remarkable.
It really is.
And next up is another one of those small staff associations, and our award for event promotion excellence goes to the CITO Foundation, who held an inaugural virtual life jacket loaner conference in March of 2024. And it exemplified a really groundbreaking approach to event promotion and engagement in today's new world of how we meet and how we bring people together. And this 3-day online conference was meticulously designed to unite over 500 hosts of their life jacket loaner stands nationwide, fostering a collaborative environment dedicated to enhancing boating safety through the life jacket loaner program. The foundation's promotional strategy was both comprehensive and innovative. It used a blend of email marketing campaigns, social media outreach, strategic partnerships with boating organizations, all of the different pieces. And they effectively raised awareness and encouraged participation. The conference agenda featured interactive workshops, expert panel discussions, networking sessions, all aimed at equipping their participants with the knowledge and resources to establish and maintain these life jacket loaner stations in their communities. The results were impressive: a 40% participation rate from existing hosts and a 30% participation rate of attendees applying to become new hosts, which significantly expanded the program's reach. So this event, it not only strengthened the foundation's mission to ensure voting safety, but it also set a new standard for virtual engagement within the nonprofit sector.
which is amazing. And the final award, the Leadership and Public Awareness Campaign, goes to the American Medical Association. The AMA's public awareness campaign surrounding the legal battles over mifepristone access is a prime example of how medical organizations can lead public awareness and affect policy change at the highest levels. Their strategic communications efforts played a pivotal role in reshaping the nation's conversation on this critical issue. They leveraged their extensive network and expertise to inform and educate the public about the implications of restricting access to this medication, which is essential not only for reproductive health, but also for managing early miscarriages. Recognizing the broader implications for FDA regulatory authority and the reliance on science-based drug approval process, their campaign targeted not only healthcare professionals and lawmakers, but also the general public to emphasize the potential impacts on patient care across various medical fields. So basically, their audience was literally like everyone. So utilizing a multifaceted media strategy, they collaborated with public affairs firms to refine their message around the sanctity of the patient-physician relationship and the necessity of evidence-based healthcare. High-profile media tours and placements, including an op-ed in the New York Times and appearances on major news outlets like CBS and ABC, pushed the issue into the national spotlight, emphasizing the importance of maintaining access to FDA-approved medications. Additionally, they extended their outreach beyond traditional media, leveraging digital platforms and social media to amplify their message, their interactive content, and direct community engagement. And this comprehensive approach not only widened their reach, but also deepened the impact of their advocacy, garnering widespread support and igniting critical public discourse on the future of healthcare regulation. And the campaign's success was underscored by the U.S. Supreme Court issuing a stay. I mean, that's just amazing. This marked a significant victory for the AMA, demonstrating the power of a well-coordinated advocacy efforts to influence policy at the national level and secure legal protections for essential medical treatments. It's just, this is a wow. I mean, to have some campaign that eventually goes to the Supreme Court, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's campaigns like this that remind us why we do what we do in this field, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, a big congratulations again to all of our winners and nominees. We had some really tough choices to make this year. I don't envy our judges one bit. It was the best competition we've seen yet. And all of your work inspires us. It pushes the boundaries of what's possible in association communications. And we can't wait to see what you do next.
Great. And so to all associations out there, keep pushing, keep innovating, keep making an impact because you are. We're excited to see how you'll continue to shape the world. And here's to another year of outstanding achievements.
Cheers to that for sure. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. We look forward to celebrating more success stories with you next year too. That's a wrap for today's episode. The Association 100 podcast is a production of Onward and Upward Marketing and Communications, where our mission is to make associations and nonprofits the go-to source in their industries through earned media and thought leadership. This podcast is an extension of the A100 newsletter, a bi-monthly collection of best practices, top trends, helpful ideas, and smart strategies delivered straight to your inbox. Have you undertaken a big change at your association, or do you have some words of wisdom for the trenches of association life? We want to hear from you, and so do our listeners. Drop us a note at info@onwardupward.com. That's info@onwrdupwrd.com. If you like what you heard today, be sure to subscribe, give us a 5-star review, and share with your friends and colleagues. We're available anywhere podcasts are found. Come back next week for more association inspiration and insights. Thanks for tuning in.